Hello, everybody. Let's talk about today what challenges a real estate agent had faced in one of the most challenging months, March 2026. Let's find out the challenges and let's learn what are the steps we had taken to overcome the challenges. So, Harish, let's start with you. You are one of the most senior sales managers here in Kawani,
Thank you.
right? You are here from last 8 to 9 years as well in Dubai. So there'll be no other person who can actually give me the, right, options to overcome that challenges. I'm sure there were a lot of challenges, not at the front of. Not at the work front, but also at personal level
course,
as well,
of course.
and family levels as well. So let's talk about first the professional challenges which you had faced. So how would you rate? What was your number one challenge in terms of handling in March?
So, Varun bhai, the first challenge which we're still working on,
Of course,
overcoming
of course.
is in the months of December, January, February, where we had a lot of commitments from our clients on the off-plan and the secondary market area. Those commitments to retain those clients has been my biggest challenge in the month of March. There were so many commitments that, and as we work every day, every week, we do some closures with the God's grace. But to retain these clients in these challenging times has been one of my, and I'm still working on them.
And so you mean to say the challenge you faced is to retain the sales which you had done in Jan and Feb.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
So what was the assurance given to the clients, and what was the steps taken to actually retain those sales or clients? If you can, I can also explain or give some examples on that.
I think on
But,
the off-plan front, it was a little easier, frankly, because we've had a very good history of the last 3 decades where there have been challenges that this country has faced, and every time they've come out even stronger. Looking at COVID, looking at the 2008-9 recession. So on the off-plan front, it was a little easier, frankly, because whatever we had booked in the months of January or December, they were booked for properties that were going to get handovered in the next 3 to 4 years. So it was a little easier to convince them, showing them the historical movement of Dubai as a country or UAE as a country. And then we could convince them that, boss, what you're looking at is going to come to you in the year of 2028, 2029.
Absolutely.
So that's how we were able to convince them. And on the secondary front, you tell me what you did, because I'm still challenging.
See, to add on to your, off-plan sales challenge, yes, the units we booked were majorly with Emaar.
Right.
And Emaar is one of the largest developers in the world, not only in UAE. If we talk about numbers, their numbers are, really, really big. They had done Dubai Mall, Burj Khalifa, whatnot. So in terms of challenges as a cash crunch to these kind of developers, there is no cash crunch.
Correct.
If we even in this scenario, Emaar had given 100% dividend to their clients.
To their $104 billion, if my numbers
they
are
spread to their
yes.
So in terms of their product, there is no doubt in that.
Correct.
So yes, there were clients who wanted to take a breather or take a step back, but after a lot of discussions with them, after giving them assurances and telling about the history and the future plans of Emaar, it became so much easier.
It was, yes, we could
to get
convince
the
them.
things sorted.
Correct.
And move ahead with those sales.
Correct.
Whereas in terms of secondary
market.
So as you know, Dubai market was booming from last 4 years. The price was going really up and higher only. Many of the deals, went through, but there were like 3 to 4 deals which got struck.
Right.
And not only the main reason was not because they were not confident about Dubai market. Their businesses were stuck.
Correct.
So they were hesitant in terms of committing for such a big EMI.
Absolutely.
So the cash buyer didn't, fall back, but the people who had taken the property on the mortgages,
they were a little more hesitant.
Exactly, they were hesitant in terms of committing to a property worth 8 million, 10 million, or 15 million.
Correct.
So that was a challenge which I personally faced, and I believe a lot of other agents and investor had faced in the month of March.
Absolutely.
We tried to negotiate with sellers so that
we can bring
they can
deal
bring
to
a
close.
price a bit lower and they can go ahead with the deal. But investors were really strong and confident about Dubai market. They were not going down with the situation,
Right.
and they were very clear. Then if this price is not matched, there is no deal.
Absolutely.
Pay the penalties and let's move ahead with another buyer, or list the property and then let's find another buyer.
Another buyer. Yeah.
So yes, but as the road is not always smooth, there were challenges in terms of concluding those sales or concluding the agreement.
Correct.
But yes, that 20-25 days were really, in terms of legalities, in terms of putting the payment through, a lot of challenges were there. But in the end, it was really good.
Because I think the history of UAE has always supported us. The way we've come out in various other scenarios.
UAE always came out with flying colors in each and every situation, whether it's COVID, recession, market was down in 2016-17 or whatnot. But this is a situation which nobody had ever faced in this in UAE. So the buyers are taking a step back, analyzing the market, how it's going to be, and that's what I believe is the next challenge.
Yes.
Right? So everybody, all the investors and the buyers who were very keen on closing something in February, mid-February, or those buyers have taken a back
delayed
seat,
delayed
their decision.
Correct.
That let's see how it goes, where the price is gonna settle down. Then only they're gonna start.
We will. Which is actually a good thing, I feel, Varun, because in these times money obviously becomes dearer, and if money has become dearer, then the guy, and in these times, like we probably might see a certain correction or things like that. And when money becomes dearer, an investor who wants to put that kind of money is obviously going to hold on to it and eventually invest when he feels comfortable.
Exactly. And not only real estate, if we have to see, investors have put their money not only in real estate but also in stocks.
In financial markets.
Of course. Maybe bitcoins or maybe
gold,
stocks,
commodities.
So right now it's a very volatile market.
Of course.
So that is again one of the reasons they don't want to take unnecessary exposure, and hence they have taken a back seat.
Correct.
And they had holded their decision to jump into real estate investments. So that was the second challenge.
That is a challenge that makes our work a little slow. Unfortunately,
Yes.
that's the part of the game, and you kind of get a little slow in your decision making.
That's understandable, but with all due respect, they are being very positive. They are being very respectable in terms of their decision making, and it's all cool.
Yeah.
And I believe what gives us kick is our third challenge. Right? The new launches.
There's been nothing.
So there were no launches.
Hardly any launches.
Exactly.
Just
a couple of.
Yeah, and the couple of launches were also soft.
Yes.
There was no
There
gathering,
was
or
not
they didn't bring people together.
Absolutely. So that was the third challenge. There was no new launch happened. Yes, that was a good part as well, because this is not the right time to actually launch something, and hence all the developers have holded their decision. Rather than promoting their brand, they are actually promoting His Highness and the UAE authorities who had taken such amazing steps to safeguard their audience
Absolutely.
and their city and their country, of course. That's what they are doing. If you'll
Absolutely.
see on Sheikh Zayed, if you'll see on Al Khail, all their hoardings have turned into UAE flag.
Into UAE flags.
Right.
Yes.
And it's beautiful that they all are considering it
No,
as
it's
part of their own.
I think
being,
it's the
yes.
very right thing to do, because at this time, if you will keep launching, I mean, when obviously there is a certain kind of thought processing in an investor's
100%,
mind. There is no point to keep launching products and just waiting for the right time to arrive. So I think that's the best strategy that the developers have taken,
100%.
and no doubts about it.
So this is our view. What all challenges we faced. So
Let us know if
in the
there's
comments,
any more
yes.
challenges that you can put in our comments, and let us know if we've missed something,
Yes.
or even how to overcome something. You can share an idea as to what to do about it.
So do not forget to comment what challenges you faced in the month of March, living in UAE or outside UAE as well. And do not forget to follow, share, and like this video, because we are coming up with much more content like this, wherein you'll be getting weekly updates as well, what's happening in UAE. Thank you so much for watching
Thank
this.
you very much.